Hello, and welcome to English 24, Unmasking Comics, the dawn of the graphic novel. So in this video, I hope to kind of introduce you a little bit to the subject matter and what we're going to be covering in the class, and then give you a short introduction to the website and how you can kind of best get through it. So first off, I'd like to introduce you to some of the main texts. We have Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. It's kind of the starting point and the way in which we're going to kind of try to understand all of the graphic novels by understanding the art of comics. And then I provide for you the first chapter of McCloud's work. I excerpt it from the Google Drive, so you'll be able to get a hold of that. And also in the first week of class, we're going to read an excerpt from Barefoot Gen. This is a memoir kind of graphic novel that was written in Japan in manga style. So we're going to start with that, actually. And then from there, we're going to come to some what I think are the earliest forms of the graphic novel. These are these woodcut art pieces, and they are wordless novels written in anywhere from the early 1900s into the 1950s. And so we'll take a look at these wordless novels for week 3. So by week 3, I expect you to have the rest of the books, including McCloud's book and then the Graphic Witness. And then from there, we'll head to read Mouse in week 4 and 5. After reading Mouse, we're going to get into some groups, and we'll read Watchmen. We'll use lit theory to help us kind of understand Watchmen, and so we'll kind of get into several different groups and grouped around literary theory, and so then you'll use those theories to kind of help you dig deeper into the text and to analyze Watchmen in kind of a unique way. And then we'll kind of end the class reading Alison Bechdel's Fun Home. And I think you'll enjoy that work, which has been made into a Broadway musical. So that's kind of the content of the course right there. We're going to be reading several, basically classic, in a sense, graphic novels, just to give us a sense of what is this graphic novel field and how is it kind of developed and changed up to this point. I think one thing that's worth noting as we enter is that, pictorial communication is kind of really the early form of writing, meaning early man, started drawing essentially as a way of explaining his or her condition, and kind of communicating that to others, before we started then kind of having a larger written communication system to record historical events and other kind of social ideas. Okay, so I think that the point I'm making here is that pictographic writing really is a precursor to other types of writing, and so in a sense the graphic novel and comics in general is almost a return to saying, look, pictures do speak to us, and they can have a major impact on communication. And in this case, we are combining pictures and words in a novel type way that helps to deliver this overall message. So, okay, great. Well, that's kind of the content of the course. I really hope that you're going to enjoy the reading. I think you will. To help you understand the structure and how it works, I'll describe it generally speaking, how the class is organized, and then I'll go into the actual website here, and we'll kind of hopefully click around and be able to see the website. But how come that's not happening? So in general, the class is designed so that you read and engage with the material on your own, like through doing reading journals, which you deposit into your portfolio or the homework Dropbox, which you'll see in a minute or two. So you engage with the readings on your own, recording some sort of individual thoughts that you have with the reading, and then you come back to the website after recording those journals, and then you'll have a discussion online with others in the discussion area. So essentially that's week by week. You're just going to read the graphic novels on your own, and then respond to them on your own. Kind of, you can use either the journals that I give you. I have 2 different optional journals you can use, or you can really come up with any different method to kind of record this thing. I just say, it's about a page basically per journal, and about every 50 pages or so you do a journal, but it's really not written in stone exactly when you have to stop and start. I would say that you just try to, do journals at meaningful resting places, so that, when you finish a chapter, that's probably a better time to do a journal than like stopping in the middle of a chapter and trying to record, okay, what just happened, and what does it mean to me? Okay. But in general, the process is such where, again, you do journals individually, and then you go into the discussions and have a discussion with others. I have you always reply to at least one other person, so I know that, it's can be kind of chaos in a group discussion online. But I do want you to, answer the question and then respond to at least one other person. That's almost once per week you'll be doing that. And then we go all the way through the class and to the end, where we'll be leading up to our final essay, where in that final week you'll talk to others about some ideas you have about the final essay. You'll do a peer response in the Saturday before week 12, where you first post your draft of your essay and then respond to others, help each other kind of try to improve your grades on that exact essay assignment. And in that essay, you're going to try to compare or bring together or synthesize 2 or more of the graphic novels. You also can, for extra credit, read any graphic novel you like. I have a list of graphic novels for you linked online to the Google Drive. If you want to choose one of those, that's great, or any other one you want, and then you can include that into your final essay if you like, or you just do 2 journals, and I give you some extra credit for doing the journals and also posting on the discussion board. But then you can also include it in your final essay if you so feel inclined. Okay, that's a general introduction to the class and how it works. I'm going to create another video here in a minute that will kind of go over the website with you hands-on. Okay.